Testing, test. Okay, we've got now the right audio settings. Thank you, Discord.
Yay.
I love you too. Hello, everybody.
Anytime.
Welcome, welcome. We're just about ready to set off to the Moonfire Festival. Every year they do the nice fireworks display over all the housing districts and every major starting city.
Yeah.
Every, 15 minutes.
Longer than that because it takes about 15 minutes for it to go.
True.
It's a long show.
It's on the Eorzean hour, every Eorzean hour, from sundown till sunup. And you know when the display's over.
Yeah.
They announce it quite handily. Let's see if I can get it.
Hoping we'll get to see it soon.
There's a good shot right there. It's so pretty, sparkly colors. Hello, Foxfire. It's good to see you.
Yay!
It is that time
We
of
have
the
an
year.
audience.
Yeah, and this year, as per typical years, the Moonfire Festival only lasts for about a week and a half, so you have to catch it fast because it is immediately followed by the Rising, which is the in-game anniversary, which starts Thursday, it'd be the 26th, 27th.
Maybe. I don't think this ends until Friday.
Yeah, it and the Rising bump back to back, and the Rising only lasts for a week if you're lucky.
No, it's 10 days. Which, yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
really
there's only
tight
really
schedule.
one weekend.
Yeah,
Or I guess there's 2 weekends.
depends on how they schedule it out. And while they have announced the reward for the Rising is going to be a minion, I won't say what minion, but I will say there's a lot of people who are very, very sad it's that minion. Because officially in the past, they've stated they will only release minions of characters if their story has concluded.
Yeah.
And people are bummed. But there's been some great fan art of it already. It's amazing.
Oh dear. You'll have to show me once I see what the minion is.
Yeah. Hello, Doodles. We're just watching the fireworks for a little bit before we head off to the Moonfire Festival and the Jump Tower of Doom. I've yet to conquer the Jump Tower.
Yeah, I'm not even trying this here. There we go.
Zoom! Thank you, Mr.
Okay,
Fireworks
that's it.
Display.
Show's over. Go home.
Okay, let's go home. Yeah, this year I was really aiming to get and work on the tower, and then I got to the tower, and then I just kind of was like, let's go do something else. So I haven't really done much at the tower this year, even though I was really gunning for it because suddenly I got deflated. Oh well.
Ow. No, and it's the first time in 3 years.
I know.
A matter of course. Mayaru Moyaru looks eager to regale you all about all there is to know of the latest Moonfire Fair. Ah, hello. Just the adventures I was looking for. Feeling the heat? Well, there's nothing like a good swim in Costa del Sol to cool down. And while you're there, you might as well enjoy the Moonfire festivities. The fair has served to promote the Adventurers Guild in recent years, and I expect plenty of folks will join in the fun this summer. No one will want to miss the exciting show we're putting on. That's right. Due to popular demand and the wishes of Master Gigi Ruju himself, we brought back the challenge.
Dun dun dun!
Intrigued, weren't you? Sate your curiosity by speaking with Hareband in Costa del Sol.
So off to Costa del Sol?
Mm-hmm.
Deal with Master Gigi Ruguru and his wife. Those two were meant for each other.
Certainly no one else will have them.
There's something to be said about that.
Oof.
Fly, Eorzea, fly! Yeah, I just don't know why. I just looked at it and kind of went, Not because I didn't think it was difficult, but because I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. But remember, it's actually been 4 years because last year they skipped the tower entirely. We did not get the tower last year.
That's what I was saying about 3 years. I think they skipped it for 2 years. So 3 years ago should be about the last time we saw the tower.
And the highest I've gotten has effectively been the 2/3 mark on the bugger.
That's about 2/3 higher than I've gotten.
But this year they did actually something smart with it. In previous years, one of the complaints was that people with really bad ping or no real skill, jump puzzle skill, couldn't complete the summer quests, even though they were relatively easy.
Yeah.
So they've actually done something about it this year where you don't necessarily have to do the jump quest to complete the summer stuff, which is awesome.
So the last section of that, I think you might be better jumping if you have bad ping.
Actually, there's a trick to it, but yeah. Hey, Herbaga! We're back! And ready to jump! Check out our heels!
Mm-hmm. Ladonia, Rena, here at last. You're here to give the challenge a whirl, aren't you? That hulking monstrosity erected upon the shore. The imposing fortress that turns grown men into weeping babes, the crucible which forges the fiercest warriors or spits out their mangled remains. Aye, the Eorzea nimble warrior course. We've had some issues here and there which prevented us from constructing the course anew for a time, but we made it work this year to satisfy the fierce demand from our patrons. It hasn't merely returned, however. No, it's been updated and refined with a new circuit. I dare say it's a course reborn.
You're never gonna let that joke go, are you?
Nope. While the new circuit isn't physically demanding, it's no less a spectacle. We recruited the finest gold saucer technicians and a certain bomb expert to craft so many bombs into the new attraction it feels like a damn volcano's erupting when they go off. I can attest to this.
Don't you mean Rye can attest to this?
Yeah. It is a trial that tests the resolve of fledgling and experienced adventurers alike, as all are forced to not only calculate the timing of the impending explosions, but to avoid the shock waves that follow them too. If you think you're up to the task, then by all means show everyone how it's done. Yes, Doodles, things go explodey. You look eager to try your hand at it despite all the risks. And yet, I don't get the sense that you're underestimating the challenge before you either. Would do the young lad good to see the temperament of a veteran like yourself. Would that he could learn from your example. And here we go. Again. It's nothing. Just this talk about the course and all its newfound glory brought to mind a certain worrisome adventurer. Look, You wouldn't mind lending me a hand with something, would you? When you're not busy running the course, naturally. Give me a shout after this if you're interested.
Okay, we shout now.
Shout! You'll lend a hand then. Yeah, my gratitude. The matter in question is in regards to a certain new, I suppose he isn't new anymore. Well, anyway, I want you to act as a model of sorts for a certain young adventurer. He is no stranger to you, of course. Call a fellow by the name of Eorzea? Came to the Moonfire Fair with his little sister Amaja before, remember? Yep. The lad went and became an adventurer and seems to have some experience under his belt now, well, to be frank, he's putting on airs. You'd better see him for yourself to get the real picture. I saw him heading to the north of the island with his sister earlier. You should be able to find him there. While he has his issues, there's no doubt in my mind that he has a promising future as an adventurer. I'll leave it up to you to decide how you want to go about it. Guide him back onto the right path, would you?
Okay, so we get to deal with our fool Tia again.
Yep. Every year.
Except last year.
He showed up last year as well.
He did? I only remember walking sharks and the fact that we had no tower because they couldn't figure out how to make it work with the flying mounts being introduced.
Maybe he wasn't here last year, but they didn't have the tower for 2 years. And for at least one of them, he did show up. Kind of a bit more minor because, well, he couldn't make a fool of himself on the tower, but he was there.
Hi, Ramaja! I begged my brother to bring me again this year. I just love it so much. And it's even more fun because he's with me. That's my girl. Austere apprentice. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. Our mentor predicted you would join the festivities. And Mr. Eager Beaver?
That's Mr. Apprentice, not Beaver to you.
Are you sure? He kind of looks like a beaver.
Maybe he's had too much alcoholic beverage. Wait a minute, I can't believe this. You're like one of my heroes.
Aw, gosh
Okay.
darn. Rufo? Or Arfool?
Long time no see, Ladonia, Rena. I had a feeling we'd meet again. Don't be shy now, Maja.
Hello, Rena. Hello, Ladonia. I'm happy you're here. Today just keeps getting better and better.
Since you're here, there's something I want to tell you. Though I've only been an adventurer for a few summers, I've already made a name for myself. Else, I even have a pair of apprentices. I suppose you'd expect as much from someone of my obvious talent, eh?
Uh-huh.
Anyway, where was I? Oh, right, my apprentices. Go on, introduce yourselves. He is all chin. Hello there, friend. A pair of us are just your average, friendly old novice adventurers who wound up taking up an apprenticeship under our mentor here after he saved us from a sticky situation. He's a big fan of yours, by the way. Mentor we respects you, so if you really think about it, we ought to respect you too. And anyone who commands that much respect is clearly incredible. It's an honor, miss, truly.
I heard all kinds of amazing rumors about you, Rena, Ladonia. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
So, I take it that you also heard about the challenge and decided to join in the festivities? I won't lie, I'm itching to give the course a go myself. I hear they've even added a new bombastic circuit to it, though for a prodigy like me who completed it as a novice... The real challenge will be not to fall asleep from boredom. A rising star like me has nowhere to go but up, after all.
Uh-huh.
You could try,
not being cocky as well.
Since I'm being confident, not cocky, just comes naturally to me. I guess this is what happens when you become a respectable adventurer, eh? Watch me out there. When I tear through that course, you'll understand what I'm capable of.
Are you sure you're okay, fool? You've been acting odd lately.
Am I okay? Ha! I'm better than ever. Don't you worry one bit, Maja. Your big brother's a fully fledged adventurer now. I'll give the crowd a show and be back before you know it. From the moment I became an adventurer, I've always looked up to you two. There's no one I want witnessing my finest achievement more than you, so if you can spare a moment to watch, please wait for me on the beach. And this will be your finest achievement. Oh dear.
Oh.
It'll be okay, Maja. It's your brother after all. He'll pull through, surely.
Yes, I'm sure you have nothing to worry about, my dear. You'll come too, won't you? I'd feel better if you two were there.
Can't say I blame you. Someone needs to be the adult in this room.
Yeah, it's definitely not us.
No, I think we're nominated.
Oh dear.
Well, Ramaja's kind of out. She's a kid. And Urful is definitely out.
So, just for the record, there's actually a bunch of people around that we normally see elsewhere. Like, over here we have Buscarin enjoying the show.
Yep. I'll be. Didn't realize the course ain't the only attraction here.
And over here we have our favorite Lala Guildmaster checking out the water balloons. And I'm sure I found Mother Bione somewhere, but now I can't remember where she's hiding. Oh, there she is. She's in the shade over here by the vendor.
In other words, she's smart.
Yeah, she just wishes she had a cold drink. If you've actually finished the Beast Tribe quest from AAR, you'll actually find the Beast Tribes hanging out as well.
You need to finish all of them and then do the quest that ties it all together.
Mm-hmm. Because over here on this rock, you have an Ixal watching the tower, looking at studying strategies on how to conquer it. Over here, you'll have an Amalja warming up so he can conquer it. And there's Gobbies later in. The only ones I haven't found were the Sylphs. Knowing them, they're probably at the top of the freaking jump tower. Ramaja?
This one doesn't understand what Walking One is doing jumping up here.
Well, I really hope he'll be okay. Eager apprentice.
Oh, eager. Come on. Wasn't so long ago, the day Urful rescued us, I mean. We didn't know left from right, but still thought we had the chops to take on a rampaging beast. We'd have died had Urful, who happened to be passing by, not put his life on the line for us. Thinking back on it, the way he fought was downright clumsy, even in my eyes. I will never forget how desperately he fought to save us. He showed us what it truly means to be an adventurer. That's why we decided to follow him. I know he'll do his best out there today, because that's the kind of man he is.
Recently, our fool's been... Sorry, forget I said anything. Oh dear. He's in for it now, isn't he?
You ready?
Destination! Do you see my brother? I can't see anything from here.
Ah, I sense a damsel in distress. Fear not, young maiden, for we are here to the rescue. Let the games begin. I, Badifon, will humbly serve as herald of the proceedings. And I, Ermaga, have been unjustly nominated to assist him. Together, not even the slightest happening shall escape our ardent observation. Now then, let us look upon our contestant, the up-and-coming adventurer Urful-Tia. With such a daunting trial before him, who knows what could be running through his mind right now? What do those stern blue eyes of yours see, Hermaga? Lad looks eager to get up and at it, and in terms of physique, he looks to be in fine shape. That said, I can't help but notice some nervous energy in him as well. Thank you, Hermaga. Let's wish him the best of luck out. The contestant has just took off at a run and is presently making his way to the first jet of water. And he soars through the sky expertly. Wow, just look at that landing. A splendid feat indeed. He managed it all without losing his footing. This is proof of his experience as an adventurer. He's well accustomed to moving under pressure, or above it, as it were. And now he is faced with a decision that will change the course of his fate. Does he take the tried and true path, or try his luck on the new circuit? Which route do you think our sprightly contender will take here, Maga? The new circuit requires a contestant to be calm and collected in the face of a looming barrage of bombs. Unfortunately, I sense much fear in this one. If I were in his place, I would pick the old circuit without a second thought. He's on the move. It seems he's made his decision, the new circuit. The timing of his movements leaves much to be desired, however. Even the slightest moment's hesitation could lead to a messy result, and I fear he teetered for too long. Cover your eyes, folks, this could get ugly. He managed to dodge the first explosion, and the second, the third, and the... Gods be good, the shockwave of the fourth explosion has sent him flying like a shooting star. You fully. Ladies and gentlemen, even as the seawater salts his wounds, I regret to inform you that our contestant has been disqualified.
No, this is bad. This is really, really bad.
Well, there goes our audience. This seems as fine a place as any to end the commentary. Please go. Our fool needs your help. Right. I hope you haven't forgotten my request. I'm counting on you.
But Ari, you do realize that Makote, i.e. the cat people here, are the most common player character across all servers. The only one technically more is the male Hure, which are the humans. And everyone agrees that's mostly because of bots.
Yeah.
But yeah, Makote's...
Now, that said, it'd be interesting to see what the percentages would be like if, crepes. Cat boys.
Oh, the big cat daddies?
Yes.
Hrothgar.
Thank you. If Hrothgar had been available from the start. Especially in both genders, but, well, we don't even have that now.
No, but female Hrothgar are coming, and they actually they actually nailed the Hrothgar out of the park.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that they can't wear hats.
Yeah.
We won't go there. Everyone else did it for us.
And their ears went missing for a bit.
Yeah, unfortunately, actual Hrothgar are one of the lowest played.
Yeah.
They're not the lowest, though. Guess what the lowest is?
Me. Don't know.
Rogaden females.
Right, okay. Broken out by gender, yeah. But again, it'd be interesting to see what the percentages would have been if their Hrothgar had been in from the beginning.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you don't see many people playing Hrothgar because, well, it is what it is. I actually do have rolled a Hrothgar, I just haven't had a chance to play him because I kind of like my sexy little bunny boys.
Who first?
Ramacha? Oh, are you hurt? Eager.
Not like this, Surfool. Not like this.
I had my suspicions, but I hope you wouldn't prove to be true. Also, you have yet to meet the Lupine. The Lupine are awesome, and I am really bummed they are not making them a player race.
Yeah, I would want them to do a few things with the modeling. I don't entirely like their tails.
Well, their tails
Mostly
are kind
because
of... They're built on the Makote tails, and it doesn't quite work.
Yeah, the main problem is they just look too solid.
Well, Viera, they didn't have much design leeway because the Viera have been part of FF lore for, what, 15?
Since 12.
15 years?
Good lord, is 12 that old?
Yeah.
Poof, another 100 gray furs. I owe you one, Ladonia, Rena. Lest you misunderstand, that wasn't a serious attempt. If I really wanted to complete the course, I could have done it with my hands tied behind my back. But it'd hardly be entertaining if I just finished it in an instant. There's no drama. Now, I go back and complete it with ease, the crowd will go wild. Genius, eh? Wait a minute, Arfool. Is that really what you care about? So you're not the person I thought you were. The person I respected. Oh, I mean, not just your average adventurer, you know? I need to amaze everyone.
No, Arfool, you're wrong. I guess you never understood what we admired about you. I'm sorry, but this is farewell.
What did I do wrong?
Also, Ari, that's a different property. That doesn't matter. We're talking in property. Please, Rena, you have to do something. I've never seen my brother like this. And they were also worried when they came out with Hrothgar that people would actually... Oh, there goes one! Bye, Mr. Hrothgar! Would leave the game because they were too monstrous. It's a different culture thing.
Yeah. But regular, as we think of them, furries have been slowly becoming more of a thing in Japan.
Well, that's also part and parcel with the fact that Japan has become a little more open to anyone that isn't like them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a hard thing to overcome when you've culturally been so isolated for so long, frankly, until practically World War II.
Well, 1850s.
Yeah. And it's momentum. A lot of cultural momentum.
Yeah.
Oh, now, hello, Mr. Hrothgar.
Yes.
There's a Hrothgar.
Anyway, fool me once. Our Fultia is mired in the depths of despair. What did I do wrong?
He looks too upset to listen. Maybe you could try to comfort him? You're his hero, so if that doesn't work, I don't know what will.
Comfort bunnies. Thank you for showing me such kindness. I'm still trying to wrap my head around why those two left. Is it because I failed the course? Because I looked pathetic?
No, silly, that's not it at all.
Really? It's not because I looked pathetic? Say, Rena, Odonia, do you have any idea why? You tried to hide from your mistakes.
Hide from a mistake? I don't quite understand, but it sounds wise. You don't look like you were taking it seriously, fool.
I wasn't taking it seriously. So what? Even if I had, I would have failed all the same. I thought if I did it on purpose, then maybe...
Who would admire someone who gives up before they've even started? The brother I look up to always does his best, no matter how he looks or what others think of him. If you can't understand that, maybe I'll try the course myself and show you what I mean.
Some remarkable gumption you have there, little miss. Alas, I'm afraid children may not, under absolutely any circumstances, participate in the competition.
Yeah, I'd hate to see the liability insurance for that.
I hope you don't mind, but I overheard your conversation. My opinion, you're a pathetic excuse for an adventurer, fool. Just awful. You're right. You taught me so much, yet I put on such miserable performance. Everyone must think I'm so very pitiful. Just listen to yourself, lad. You want to know what your problem is? Vanity. You've lost sight of what's truly important. Think back. Try to recall what Hareband and I taught you. what it was that you admired about Ladonia and Rena in the first place. I think I finally understand. I was so focused on trying to impress my apprentices that I didn't fully commit myself to overcoming the challenge and stopped being an adventurer in so doing. I became a coward instead. I betrayed their trust, and now they've seen me for what I truly am. There's no way I could make it up to them.
What if you tried the course again, but took it seriously this time? I bet those two would watch.
Again? But I've never actually succeeded. If I were to fail once more, I'd lose their respect forever.
It doesn't matter if you fail.
If you fail or succeed.
It matters that you try.
Try.
Mm-hmm. And keep trying.
Ladonia? Rena? Thank you. I nearly made the same mistake all over again. This time, I promise you, I will do my best. I'm sorry to ask more of you when you've already done so much, but can I ask you to serve as my inspiration once more? If possible, I would like you two to go through the course ahead of me. Seeing you test your mettle would rekindle my aspirations of becoming a great adventurer. Please, help me to reclaim that dream. Let me follow in your footsteps. Watch me get blown up several times. You doing this, it means the world to me. I will follow after you with everything I have.
Majda?
And yes, Uri Coyote, all Hrothgar are that bulky.
Yeah, all the races, each race has a unique body type, and all of them have that body type. It'll be interesting to see what the female end up looking like, because the only other example of a female Hrothgar, i.e. Ronso, that exists is these tiny little pixel sprites in tan of a female Ronso that you can recruit as part of your Blitzball team. Otherwise, you don't see them at all, so everyone's like,
And it's not as if the Ronso and the Hrothgar are entirely the same.
No.
Scans and such is a bit different, but yeah, Ronso are just as bulky. And of course, the Hrothgar don't have the horn.
You can have the horn as a Hrothgar. It is an option. It's part of the character creation. It's just no one picks it.
Huh.
But it is available. You can actually roll a slightly hunched version of Kimari from 10.
Okay then.
If you know the correct sliders to pick. You can do it, Rena, Ladonia. Our fool.
I know I can do my best if I'm following after you. When you begin your run through the course, I'll be there, right behind you.
Oh, he's such a cute bun boy with a little bow on his head. The bun boy who came running up to deal with our fool. He's already taken off. No, he's still there. He's in the sexy little shorts.
Yep.
Beautiful.
I appreciate you looking out for a fool like this. If you're ready to go, the jet of water yonder is roaring in anticipation of your arrival. Yep.
And away we go! So, jump course or explosions?
I know which way I'm going.
Okay, I'll take the jump course. I fail.
Uh-oh.
Got my angle slightly off.
Darn it.
We're both swimming back to the beginning.
That bomb took forever to go off, and a second one landed and then went off in like half the time on me.
Oop, lost my speed there. Now that I'm trying to show off for a studio audience, now I'm failing.
That's your excuse and you're sticking to it.
By the way, if you don't notice, there's this fair adventurer down there. If you really utterly fail at a section of the course, you can talk to him and he will port you to the next section of the course.
Nice. So where are you? There you are. Yeah, see all those crazy platforms? That's why I'm not going that way.
I'm through. Hiya.
Hey.
Beautiful's kept me abreast of the situation. After seeing the way you've carried yourself to the coast so far, our fool's gotta be fired up. You're already at the halfway point, so it's not like you need to hear from me, but good luck. By the way, here's our local bomb experts. I hope you can read.
Interesting, fun.
I can't read that at all. It's just.
Yeah, I only got her for a moment. How is it cooperating with others to craft explosives? And this is the part where you will probably
have fun.
Go better
I'm jumping.
Than me. Yep. Come on, guys. Whew. Okay, and now for the tricky part. Come on! Woo! Wow, made it on the first try.
Good job!
Yeah. Because that last platform, the timing gets really tricky in there.
Congratulations on making it to the end. I should mention that I've heard about the situation with our fool. He pursued you the entire time, never giving up despite his fear in his eyes. Even now, hey, look behind you.
So he goes for the bomb set either way.
Come on, adventurer! You can do it!
I did it, Ladonia. Rena, I really did it. Thank you for leading the way. Took one too many explosions there. Ha! Now that I've made it to the end, I suddenly feel lightheaded. Forgive me. I'll return after I've had a moment to catch my breath. Would you mind relaying the good news to Maja?
Yeah, part of the reason why they put in the explosive course as opposed to the jump is there were a lot of complaints the last time the tower was up for this Moonfire Festival that many players who had bad ping or simply were not skilled at jumping challenges couldn't complete what is essentially a light-hearted freebie quest that everyone should be able to do. So they've actually put in something that still requires a little bit of skill and you get a little bit of challenge of, that isn't involved with jumping.
Yeah.
And even that, if you completely fail and get frustrated, there's some little guys who will actually port you to the end so that you could actually complete the quest.
Sorry I couldn't keep up with you to the very end. My heart may very well burst out of my chest if it beats any faster. So I'm going to rest here for a bit. In the meantime, please let Maja know what happened.
Now, the thing to keep in mind, there are some takers, is that here, this is the easy course.
Yes, this is the part that even on the jumping in I could do.
That's the advanced course.
Yeah.
I have yet to get to the top of that bugger.
I can't get to that first platform.
Yeah. I can usually get about 2/3 up the third platform, right about in here is when I tend to lose it on a good attempt. So, yeah. By the way, there is nothing to be achieved if you actually get to the top.
Just personal satisfaction.
Just personal satisfaction.
And the occasional hilarious video of jumping off while you're celebrating.
Yes. Yes. Since we have to swim back here. And one of the reasons that they didn't have it for the last year is that they introduced flying and, well, they didn't want people just flying to the top.
Well, presumably. I mean, I don't think they ever said. That was my guess. But almost certainly that has to be at least part of it.
Because they've had this jump tower challenge for several years running. And like I think it's second year, people were effectively doing that jump puzzle while on like Eorzea with people on the back to get them all the way to the top. Or the really painful one was them doing it with the car.
Yeah.
Fully loaded. And it was pissing all the other jumpers off because they couldn't see where everything was.
Gee, funny that.
Okay, Red Maja.
Let's tell her, Maja.
Oh, you're back. How'd it go? Manifold and Harajo were comment trading, but I want to hear it all from you.
Yes, they were trading comments.
He did it. He really did it. I always believed Fool could, but he never believed it himself. I'm so happy. Fool, Brenna and Ladonia told me everything. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, I didn't do much. Just followed after them, really. Still, it felt good to try and finally succeed at something.
Please, excuse us for interrupting our Fool. Do you have a moment?
We judged you too quickly and too harshly. It was only when we saw you making your way through the course that it dawned on us how wrong we'd been. That's why... You don't have to finish that sentence. I'm the one in the wrong here, after all. I'm so very sorry, both of you. I let my desire for recognition cloud my judgment, and lost sight of myself in the process. It's little wonder you both reacted the way you did. That's why I'm starting over. This time, I will not waver from the path. Nay, I shall follow wherever it leads, as a true adventurer should. That said, do you think you could forgive me?
I'll be honest, you were a dismal sight up there at first, looking as though you might collapse at any moment. But you didn't. You pushed through like a true champion, and now we are keen to see how far you'll go. Just like when we first met.
Aye. That's why we want you to forgive us for losing faith, instead of believing in you like we should have. Given the circumstances, I understand if you say no, but would you consent to being our mentor once again? Like you even have to ask. I couldn't be happier to have you both at my side.
Thank you for bringing Fool back to his senses, Rena Ladonia. If you two hadn't, these three would never have made up, and I would still be really sad. So, thank you so much. I think we'll be okay now, so maybe you can do that report thing that Fool always talks about. I don't really get it, but it seems important, and you don't have to worry about Fool. I'll be watching him carefully.
Someone needs to.
Our Fool?
This whole ordeal started because of my own foolishness, yet you still held your hand out to me. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You, my friends, are my inspiration.
Yep, there's another Hrothgar. There's a reason why people refer to them as big cat daddies.
Yes. Because they are.
My entire
Armaja?
Yeah, I went with a stare, sorry. My entire life, everyone around me has called me cold. But watching you and our Fool tackle the course with fire inside me, I now know what I aspire to be.
Our mentor's mentor. Does that make you our grand mentor? It's like we're all one big family.
Master? Did my big brother thank you properly? Well, let me thank you again just to be safe. Oh, and please don't forget about the report thingy. You got it, kiddo.
I could roughly see what happened from here, but I'd appreciate it if you filled in the blanks. The blanks are all full of explosions.
Explosions all the way down. That's why I used the jumping portion. It seems safer.
So the lad finally came to his senses in the end, eh? And he made up with those green horns while he was at it too. You did well, Rena, Ladonia. I was right to count on you. With that, he's truly made his first step as a proper adventurer. Better yet, I don't have to feel anxious about leaving the three of them to their own devices anymore. Speaking of adventures, I owe you a reward, don't I? Please, take this. You've more than earned it, and do try to enjoy the Moonfire Fair while it's around.
Can do. The ever-dependable Grand Mentor.
Yes!
So, what now?
Well, unfortunately, it's just the two of us again.
Yeah.
Because we've got a hard mode to open up and then do, and another hard mode to do.
Yeah, we tried last week for Sastasha hard, and while I could do it, oh man, it was pushing me.
Yeah, a little too hard.
Yeah.
We can start in on the Coil story, at least.
I mean, we could try It's Definitely Pirates again.
We can.
Or we could just throw it into queue.
Yes, that might be better. We want to do it like this, or see how long DPS takes?
No, we could do it like this.
Okay. Because this is like my lowest 52 at the moment.
See?
Now, the only reason I was worried about Q taking a while was if we went both DPS. And admit it, that would take longer.
Oh yes, that would take a lot longer.
Sastasha Herd, now with even more dismemberment of pirates, instead of us. Filthy intruders, squawk! Okay, there's my... I'm gonna need that.
Yes, you will.
Intruders, to arms, to arms! The good news is I have a decent amount of warrior practice, even if I've gotten used to higher levels.
As I blind the entire audience with my holy spam.
Holy, the audience is now blind.
Yes!
So you're kind of the visual version of Thud.
Man, this is going a lot faster.
You think?
But sometimes it's good to challenge ourselves. We could have probably done it a lot better if we had higher gear.
Yes. Definitely yes. If we're at like the limits of what this thing will allow before sinking you down, I think we could have done it pretty well.
You left one behind.
Well, he was in the middle of being killed.
Oh, okay.
I trusted the DPS to finish them off. You know, occasionally you have to leave these things to the little people.
Hush you. They're not little people. There are trusted and beloved party members.
No, they're little. Have you seen their heights compared to mine?
One's a male Elysian, and the other is a bun boy with floppy ears.
Yes. Come on.
Yeah, this elephant's like a good head over me.
Which probably puts him like, what, a half head under me?
Well, only if you count your ears.
Yeah, well. Finally.
Well, someone did get stun off on him, so.
It was just he got a stun off on me. I've been waiting for it to expire all that time.
We're in a nice little grotto that's infested with pirates.
No. Infested with undead pirates.
No, they're not undead.
No, controlled.
They're tempered. Two more incoming.
These two?
Feet.
Actually, they're just kind of sitting there, waiting for me to get to them.
How polite.
Yes. Now serving mob number 5. And more. Ah.
Yay, cave crabs. No, wait,
The only yay part is where they become part of a California roll.
there we go.
Grind. Does this count as the briny depths then?
It might. Yeah, they've seen better days.
Yes. things like that. I don't have my gap closer yet. Did I just tell you?
Oh, he's all over the place this fight.
Not fair. Gap closer is in what, like another 10 levels?
Yeah, this guy is really all over the place. I'm stunned.
I'm nailed to the floor. The parrot, please! Smart parrot. Come on!
Come on, Benny! Finish the chance! Benny!
There we go.
You did not see how low my health went there.
No, I didn't.
Because I was stun locked into an AoE.
Yeah. 90. Meh.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about items from here.
No, not if they're only going to be 90s. Don't think we have much left that isn't already 90 or better. And there's remapping the realm.
Yes.
Shall I pull on?
Hold on!
Hi, guys. You got me?
Yep, I got you. Barely,
Okay.
but I got you.
Yeah, that got a little scary.
Sorry.
I'd say it got a little hairy, but, well, I am a hare. Hey. You look at all of these guys. I don't remember the crowd being this big.
Yeah, you can't see him under all the nameplates.
Oh, right. This fight. You've done well to make it this far, but you'll wish you hadn't. Release the Kraken! Well, so much for that boss fight. He's gone. Wait for the twinkle! Oh. Now we have to fight this thing.
Yes. Again!
That can't be good. Other than making sure I maintain aggro on him, is there anything I need to do with him, or should I worry about the tentacles as well?
Just worry about the tentacles close. And make sure you stay in healing range. There's like a point over here that you can pretty much just kill one tentacle and never have to deal with it again. Except when he does that. What?
That's why that's wrong. Where's my fell cleave? Uh-oh. Go at me, you wiki thing.
Trying to get to you as fast as I can. Okay, guess we're standing over here. We can do that.
Oh yeah, come here often?
Naughty, naughty tentacle beast.
There's non-naughty tentacle beasts? I never knew.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Beats me doing it.
Yay! Bye-bye, naughty tentacle monster!
Isn't that a tautology? And right. Lots of antiques.
Yep. Which we turn into gear that we already have.
And I got a comp.
Oh, grats.
Did you get anything?
I got none.
Oh.
Well, shall we go report this?
Yes. To Persia.
Who is in Western Eorzea?
Right.
So I guess the easiest way from here would be through Aleport.
Yep. So probably over to Middle. And then to Western. Oh, good. We got one of them done.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike the usual bit until now, for every patch we do a new dungeon and 2 hard mode dungeons straight off the bat, this time is just 2 hard mode dungeons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is about
and
when
that
they
was
were
one.
kind of going, maybe this work schedule is too ambitious. Let's,
Well, they did actually do 3 dungeons. It's just, right now, we're not doing 3.
Yep, we're just doing 2.
But they still had the work schedule to do 3. Because they were insane.
And they've added those hard mode dungeons back in again under the new variant/criterion dungeons. Woohoo! Get back at the start of the dungeon. I still find
wondering
these
how we got to
hilarious.
Costa del Sol from the dungeon.
Yeah, well, that's our problem. Hello, DePersia. Ah, you returned. Tell me, were you able to identify our intruders? That's one way of putting it. Men who looked like jellyfish. And you say that Captain Madison and his crew?
Kinda.
This is decidedly odd, but I know better than to doubt you. I will have the bodies retrieved for study that we might be able to prepare to face such enemies in the future. Your work is done here, my friend. Pray make your way to Aleport. Commodore Reiner awaits you there, and will doubtlessly be glad of your first-hand account. Actually, I've got my current fly set to double jump. So I'm effectively hitting the jump key twice and she'll take off, as long as we're in an area where flying is legal. Some areas are not.
Which is most of them.
Yeah. Hello, Commodore Reiner.
I've already received word of your success. You do not disappoint, Ladonia, Rena. Sir, a body has arrived for inspection. A body that probably weighs about as much as those three put together.
Mm-hmm. Amazing that you were able to lift it.
Yeah. This thing used to be a man? Gods be good. How did this happen? A sight to turn the stomach. 'Tis well I haven't eaten.
Oh, her. Right, sorry.
Oh, well.
My lady, thank you for granting us your valuable time and expertise.
That's the other Mikoti?
Might be. Commodore, allow me to introduce Miss Senna, foremost among the celebrated Professor Lambertain's students. Let us not stand on ceremony, friends. This man's unnatural form can be attributed, I believe, to an excess absorption of water-aspected aether. A living being can only absorb a certain quality of aether before succumbing to its adverse effects. To be altered in so drastic requires a fatal dose, yet our subject here lived long enough to be struck down. Most peculiar case indeed.
I have heard that a primal creates thralls by showering mortals with its own aether. Could this be an extension of that process?
I dare say you have struck upon the mark, Commodore. After being exposed to one of the primal's aethers is enough to corrupt the mind, 'tis plausible that repeated exposures corrupt the flesh.
Madison and his crew had failed to hold Sastasha for their Sahagan overlords, and I suspect that this was their punishment. The fishback's depravity knows no bounds.
To think that creatures capable of such cruelty look nearby. I shan't get another wink in of sleep while I am here.
Have no fear, my lady. My yellow jackets are sworn to protect Aleport and her denizens, and in light of recent developments, you may be certain that we will redouble our vigilance.
Your words give me heart, Commodore. And as previously agreed upon, my way of payment for my services, I shall hold on to this specimen for research. Ew! Why would you do that?
She can keep it. I don't know, but she can keep it. I sure don't want it.
So,
And back at the gate. Time to go to Ul'dah?
I think it's time to head to Ul'dah. At least spend the night in Ul'dah.
At the very least, yes.
Come on, jump! Jump! Up and away! Erza was having some trouble there. Sorry, girl.
Work.
You can do it. No, I'm being denied my fate.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, one of the other things about the races in-game is that all the playable races were once all one race. And that's the Ancients. And over time, it's slowly fractured and they've taken on unique properties.
Yeah.
But that's why they all very much have a human base, except for Hrothgar, which they kind of explained in one of the dungeons.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Katisis
Eh.
had a proto-Hrothgar in it, and as far as we could tell, it was basically an ancient that was experimenting on themselves. Because why not? But on that same line, recently they have decided to... One of the side content you can do in the game is called, or was called, the Beast Tribe Dailies. And Beast Tribes are non-races of man that are, well, what the game considers beasts. Sahagin,
Kobolds.
Amulja,
Ixal. Yeah.
Ixal. Well, they've recently come to the conclusion that they really aren't actually just beasts, they're just other races that just aren't of man.
Mm-hmm.
So they have actually decided to rename the entire quest chain as Tribe Quests instead of Beast Tribe Quests. And I think this is a smart thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, the problem they had is that they'd basically had all the initially playable races.
Mm-hmm.
And then fairly noticeably othered everything else.
Yeah.
And they are slowly kind of filing that down.
Yeah, I mean, the best example is the Arcasodra that we've been dealing with. On their native land of Thavnair, they're just considered one of the tribes of Thavnair.
Yep.
And they're actually considered equal to everybody else, which is how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And they suddenly kind of realize, writing-wise, that, you know, maybe we should change how we word this. And it's a perfect example of words have meaning and affect how people look upon others. And I think the decision to change the name of the daily quests is a good one.
Oh, very
in the long
much
run.
so.
I mean, there's also the Sylphs, the Mughals.
Yep.
The Koja are another excellent example. The Koja are allies for most of Stormblood. Though I hear Namazu are good eating.
Yeah.
Much to their own chagrin. And hopefully in the long run, depending on how they decide to do 7.0, because we won't see an inkling of what 7.0 might even look like for another maybe year and a half.
Probably year.
And it's going to be the start of a whole new story chain.
Yep.
On if they'll allow more non-human as playables.
Though probably not. It sounds like they probably won't have any new playable races for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, well,
because they're just having too many asset problems.
Too many asset problems, and also it's a huge workload that only a small fraction of the player base will actually use in the long run.
Yeah.
Compared to, say, another whole dungeon, another Beast Tribe set, another Ultimate, where a lot of people don't actually play Ultimates. It's actually a very small percentage, but it's like that nice hot rod car sitting in the dealership window. No one's ever going to be able to afford it, but it brings the customers in.
Okay, so time to sit down at the bar, and next week we can get on with the Wrath of Karn.
Yes. Though I do recommend taking a moment to, after we log off maybe, to jump into the inn to deposit all our fair stuff into the armoire, not the glamour chest.
Yes.
And I will say there were a lot of people bummed that the Lupin did not end up being a player race.
Yeah.
People wanted so hard for the Lupin to be a player race. In any case, it is just about that time. Next week, we will be opening up the other Wrath of Karn dungeon, and then probably... I don't think... No, there is a Hildebrandt quest, isn't there?
Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah, we might
There's
pop
one
onto
Hildebrandt
that.
chain per major patch.
So, yeah, we need to do that, and also we need to find a sucker to escort us through Binding Coils some more.
Yes. Thankfully, the relatively easy part.
In comparison to the previous one, yeah.
Yes.
And Hildy is swiftly becoming a quest chain that, while still optional, is highly recommended, because when you get into the area of Theron and Rylea's playthrough, it suddenly becomes required for your relic grind. Yay!
Yes. Squee!
Well, you all have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back on Tuesday night. This is a slight schedule shift at 9:30 Pacific for Ray. I can speak, really I can.
Really?
Theron and Rylea's playthrough of the next wing of Pandemonium.
And we will definitely have to be a bit careful on time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Or actually, no, we won't. Because it'll be Tuesday.
Yeah, it'll be Tuesday.
Yeah, not nearly as careful.
So you don't have to commute
like
in the morning. You'll be after
I
the
will
commute.
have already been. I'll just be a bit tired.
You all have a great evening. Be safe, be well, sleep well, and we will see you Tuesday.
Yeah, everyone have a great night.